Hello, how's everyone doing today? This is the look I just did this morning. It should be up tomorrow, I think. So if you like this, take a look. It's a bit of a tutorial, single palette idea. You may hear my daughter laughing in the background. She's hanging out in the room with me in a very nice playpen. And yeah, we're going to talk about planning today and how that could be helpful. So I guess this idea of making a video about planning came about because of my anxiety and how and the steps that I take to mitigate its impact on my life. My anxiety is going to be here no matter what. How can I make my life fit in a way that reduces my anxiety's impact on things I need to do? And for me, one of the biggest ways is planning. Some people it doesn't work. Some people that actually makes them more anxious because then they have to do X, Y, and Z. X, Y, and Z. I'll decide how I'm going to say that later. But for me, it really helps. And we actually, we had a moment this morning, in fact, little side note here, where we realized, Phil and I realized that the car was due for a service today. We had it booked in. And normally everything goes on this. Oh yes. I covered up my daughter's name. This is the calendar. This goes on our wall, right down the hall from our entrance. So it's quite easy to see for both of us. And we put everything on here. And what you'll be able to see is today, the 13th, all it says is swimming. We forgot to put that we booked our car in for the service. So Philip actually called me as our little one was about to take her nap. She had fallen asleep in my arms and we were about to have a cuddle nap. So that was one of those examples where usually our system that works really well failed. So how are we going to go about fixing it? I'm just going to re-up remembering to put things in there the second I hear about them. So you'll see some little things in here. Our dogs, Maddie's puppy daycare started back on Friday. So it says puppy daycare there. I have a psych appointment because my mental health is important to me this coming Friday. So that's in there. My laser hair removal for my underarms is in there. Little basic things, lunch with my friends or tea with our friends, my daughter's swimming program. So that's the big way we take care of planning in this household. I put my Pilates in there as well. Since Phil is at work every day, he leaves the house a little after 8 and he gets home between 5:30 and 6:30, depending on how late he needs to stay for things or if he has a long lunch or anything like that. I just assume that for him the hours between 8 and 6:30 are booked. I just don't worry about that. We plan stuff in the evenings around that. And it works out really well for us doing it that way. I have my Pilates one evening a week and it's my free evening to go out of the house and do what I want. And then my stuff goes on the calendar so that he can take a look before he leaves in the morning to know where we'll be during the day is the big one. And so that I don't forget things. So he obviously has a work calendar at work. Yes. I also use my Google Calendar, which is synced up to my email. And so this includes things like my aqua aerobics courses when they start back in a few weeks, my tutorials for the massage therapy practice I used to work at, my rock climbing with friends and things like that. And we just keep track a lot that way. What I've been using most recently as a form of organization is just my really basic journal. So this one I got in Prague more than a decade ago. And it just sat on my desk and I'm finally using it. And I just go through the journals I have, just the notebooks I have as life occurs and use them as needed. So that is today's what I did. So every night before I go to bed, I pick up the living room because that's where I film. And I vacuum in here, clean it up, make sure Blob's toys are all put away. Yeah, that's you. And then because I'm doing everyday January like a crazy person, I make sure that all of the makeup that I want to use the next morning is out, prepared to go. There we go. There we go. The mirror that I want to use is here. My camera's set up. My ring light is up. My batteries are charging behind me. I make sure that my SD cards are empty. Yeah. Yeah, I make sure my SD cards are empty. And I actually write down every product that I'm planning on using. If I don't use it, I cross it out. And if I do grab something last second and I use it, I just add it at the time. So I always have my pen with me. So this is how I'm managing to do everyday January. So I'm filming almost every day. I'm editing most days. I'm still a full-time mom. I'm planning a wedding and someone's first birthday. I'm not going completely insane. Wedding stuff as well. I put things on the back pages to keep track of it. You can also see I had my original plan for everyday January. Obviously things have changed, so I update as necessary on the backs of pages. And then there'll be things I'm researching. So right now I'm researching the carbon footprint due to eating meat specifically in Australia versus in the States where it's slightly different. Spelled it wrong, but cruelty-free information. Yes! For makeup because I am cruelty-free. So it's going through the things I want to chat about with you in chatty videos. And so what I want to share with you guys, my filming options. And I'm really big on using this system because it seems to make my filming better for you. When I haven't used this, it's rubbish. And I often delete those ones that have minimal planning behind them because it's not good enough. Even though I'm trying to put out a new video every single day, it needs to be good enough for my 6 viewers. Thank you. Speaking of my 6 viewers, ding, 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 ding. Yes, it's time for the giveaway. I have ordered a very cool, I'll insert a picture here, journal from Notely, which is an Australian company. So these are made in Australia and it's their garden journal. And I grabbed 2. So I grabbed one for me and one for one of you. All you need to do to enter is be subscribed. So there are 6 of you in the running. I think 2 of you are removed because you're my sisters and I am not. And so 4 of you have a really good chance of winning this. All you need to do is be subscribed. You can like this video if you want, and then comment down below. And anyone that comments and is subscribed, I will put in the running for the journal. I'll draw it live on the air at the end of the week. So the end of the week is the 17th. I'll get it posted by the 20th, so it should be to you before the end of the month. I'm actually, right now, writing in my calendar, draw, give away. I'm so excited to be doing my first giveaway, and I hope you all like it. So yeah, this was just some of my thoughts on organization and planning, how it helps me. And remember, I don't just use it for like the big things. In each day, I'll also write down some evenings what I want to do the next day. So I have for today, film, it says straight up, film on the 13th. And I wrote that at the bottom of my color theory, which is coming up in a few days. Plants, so I'm going to be doing that. Backups, and single palette look. So I've got 2 other things to film today. If I don't film them, I'm not going to beat myself up about it because I have filmed in advance. And that's the other thing I do with this planning is keep myself ahead of where I'm due. So I'm actually, today's the 13th. I have a video ready to go up tomorrow. I have one for the 16th. And this one will go on the 15th. And that way I'm always ahead. I have quite a few videos queuing up and I'll be editing today. So if I stay ahead, it'll be really great when I start doing my regular schedule, which I've decided will be guaranteed twice a week, sometimes a 3rd time each week. So be ready for that. Let me know how you, in the comments, comment down below how you organize your life. Or disorganize. There's nothing wrong with that either because some people work really well with a disorganized life. So yeah, just let me know what you do and what you think. The only things I need to make sure are done each day is that she and I eat. the dog eats. There's some food for dinner for Philip and I. And really, other than that, I can adapt to anything, but writing down what I need to do, what I'd like to do even, just really helps reduce my anxiety. So I hope this video has helped you plan if you have trouble planning, you to start thinking about planning, and one of you is going to get a cool journal to write in, either your thoughts or to start planning in. So like this video, leave a comment please, and subscribe. I hope to hear from you all soon. Thank you. Bye. Hi, sweet girl. And, oh, please give me. Why do you keep getting the ones that are too small? Please give me. How about trade? Ooh, a yellow one. Yeah, let's stop sticking the tiny triangles in your mouth. Thank you for that break. And I never beat myself up. Uh-oh, if I can't do everything that's on my list for that day. As you can probably hear, that's why I have two major distractions in my life. One that's dog formed and one that's human formed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.